Now, welcome back to Tomb Raider Anniversary. Last time, Midas Palace was conquered, so let's just dive into the big pool and see where it's going. Well, it's quite deep. That's what it is. So, where do I go? Nothing here, so let's just get up here just to get some extra air required for that. For a big dive, and now dive in again. Now I would personally say that this kind of water paths would be quite efficient at controlling entry and entry to specific location, as in that if there's no way to get. That was close. If there's that kind of long underwater maze, which I would guess that because of gameplay conveniences is not, you could say, lightless, would still be something that it would be a very difficult location to get through. Tomb of Tihocan. Now that's kind of not at all Greek name, it's way more of a, you could say, it feels closer to name which would be that of a. Now this is kind of, you could say, obvious solution to puzzle. Or just push the block into the place where you can just get the switch, and and if I recall right, this stage is actually something that it's a combination of two stages of the original one. Here it is, Tomb of Tihocan. In the original one, this was a separate stage called the Cistern, which is basically just a big place of water, big water container. So just doing some extra finding out what's here going on. No way to get through that. That's a way too long jump to do. So I would have to find a way to get there first. So it would be a matter of all kinds of maneuverings. That box is very important, so it would time to be there. So time to do some. Oh, that was kind of unexpected little jump, but it was achieved. I thought that it was a matter of jumping through the space with and then jumping back to the other wall block, but that wasn't the case. Oh, but the main problem of the stage is that getting there is the issue, but to get there, it has to be done with you could say, there's a puzzle to solve. Puzzle, challenge, whatever word you want to use. And that puzzle and challenge involves basically finding out locations to, or let's say, raising and lowering water levels so you can get the specific things moved to specific locations to activate specific things, and that way get progress done. And so just that block was quite sturdy stuff because it didn't break apart. Well, that I should be able to jump into that. Yes, I was. And there's another block over there as well. Big swing, and this level is it was already impressive at the original PlayStation because, well, oh, not like that. Even in the original PlayStation it was quite impressive location because of the oh yeah, made a bit mistake. Was a bit too excited about taking these directions. Up. And a big gymnast flips over quite hard, landing on quite hard floor. So just jumping across all these little gaps, edges, general, you could say, problems. And there it goes. So now it would be a little bit of a, you could say, not much of a problem to just open these, and now it would be a matter of getting them down, because they don't see much, but there's down there below lies two little, you could say, big switches at the lower end of those, at this pool. So, and those well, crocodile is not something wanted. Oh, damn it. So the puzzle solution is to just take these block pieces, and then they have to be placed into the pool, and then that pool has to be drained again to make it so that the puzzle blocks in there can then be moved around as it should be. And I would say that there's kind of that the water level of puzzle of this one was very impressive game design when you look at the original one, because dynamically altering level conditions were not new, they were quite unusual thing then. And of course there was all kinds of technical trickery involved in making those alright, come on, Croco. Come on, damn it. Oh yeah. Well, you got nasty temper, I do admit that. So I'm gonna stay here on this box and just put some bullets into you until you learn how to behave. So the trick is to open these two blocks, must be placed into these, well, whatever you want to call them. One of them opens that, and the other one opens that one. So now what is required is becomes quite clear. It's a matter of opening up now the waterway so that the raft can get up. Now, how in hell a raft which might have been hundreds of years submerged could now just suddenly not still float is beyond me. Strange things happen. Alright, alright. Alright, that was the solution. Just a little bit of jump up there. Because I have to then move the raft in a slightly different position, which is of course where's the main location where I need to go? Is it up? Oh yeah, now I know exactly. I have to pull the raft so that it will come this direction. It takes some finagling and proper route, moving with proper routes to get it to the correct position. To pass all those obstacles. I wonder, did I... I might have done a bit of a mistake in positioning that raft. As in I have to put it to the other side. Oh, well, let's just put it right there at the other side as well. And in the original, I remember that this was much more... well, it might be just a matter of... then much less cunning, stupid, insane, and medium savvy mind didn't really understand how the logic of this... how this puzzle's logic worked then. Well, but now it's more or less at the proper location required for the completion of the puzzle. So now it is a matter of climbing up the stairs and up the whole water container cistern. Yeah, cisterns are big subterranean structures filled with water. I don't know exactly what is the purpose of them, but over there how they... Not like that. That was a big mistake. I might have been... should have been big higher than... damn it. Well, gotta pull it back together. Alright. Using the convenient system of rewind, I got up here. Yep, I had to just jump up higher. And now it's time to climbing again these small tiny ledges using just the finger strength. So once again it would be a time to climb up all these little structures too. Yep. Big flip. Testifying acrobatics. And 100% craziness. 1 and 2. And I would say that, and I do also, it's a foreshadowing, but there will be way more nastier and unpleasant acrobatic sections later at the game. And I would personally say that the third phase of the game, which is, well, spoiler alert, it's stage Egypt, is the worst as much as gameplay is concerned. Because that's where the, you could say, bizarre and really obnoxiously annoying level design starts to show up. So, but here's another of these big water things. So just open up and open up fill the whole stage with water. Yep, I would say that for the era this game was made, this kind of variable water level puzzle was kind of... It was very new. It was novel. Quite novel thing to do. But now it's just a matter of figuring out... Oh yeah, there's my raft. But I did not pull it far enough. Yep. Did a doo-doo. Gotta fix it. Coming back. Alright, I did it back. Now I can just... You have to pull the raft right all the way back to those extra little channels that they show up to get it close enough for the proper open get to the path up here. But I still feel that in one sense the original did one thing better. By including Pierre as a recurring enemy, although what he actually was in a plot sense it wasn't that, you could say, interesting, but it did give a feeling that there's somebody else also, or better say he is also there trying to get to the Skion as well, although there would be no any kind of, you could say, introduction about him being there. So it was basically just a recurring annoyance that you had to deal with all the time, or better say not all the time, but more or less at least once per stage that he would show up as a harassment. Oh yeah, did a big dive once again through watery structures. Now that looks very impressive little, actually not very impressive little, very impressive big structure. Underground, absolutely underground, and without any kind of, you could say, reason for explain why it would be liked in here and why they would even be so much in, because at least in the original one, well, I'm still referring to that, there was, oh well, it doesn't matter, place is lighted up for some weird reason, there's fires going on for some weird reason, for a place at least centuries old, if not more, most likely millennia old. That place is in a quite good shape. So now it would be just trying to figure out how do I actually get here. Now, if the basic idea of what cisterns, what you have to do in the first phase of the stage is unfamiliar, it's gonna take a quite long time to figure it out. So let's just dive here then and see what that, can I just use the old-fashioned method of nope, not here, but there was a secret in here still anyway. Get up. And I drowned just about milliseconds before getting to the surface. But I think the game saves the progress of finding the Skion pieces, or finding the secrets. I do remember. Oh, I think that's where the location to get into the actual secret is. Well, diving in here. No, wrong. Just a misjudgment of sight. Well, let's just go and grab that special item, artifact. Like just swimming more directly at it, and now dive. Oh hey, game has already saved it. That's a real nice gameplay, convenience of the gameplay. Did I saw something interesting over there? Yeah, at this phase, underwater exploration is kind of yep, there it is. A path forward. Dive. Yep. Got through that one. Quite much of a just a normal swim through, and that opens up the pathway. For the Temple of Skion. But what is the actual meaning of the Skion in this one? For some reason Natla wants it and has had several people to get it. Oh well. Well, there's about to be a plot revelation soon anyway, so I'm not saying anything. Let's just go and grab the piece and see what's up.
Here lies the god king Tihocan, one of the triumvirate, keepers of the 3 pieces of the Skion, leader of the Chosen after the great betrayal caused Atlantis to be lost beneath the waves.
You see, instincts can be expensive, mademoiselle. Yours are going to cost you both pieces of the Skion.
That's not a price I'm prepared to pay.
Don't be absurd. No job is worth dying for.
Yes, it is.
You are amazing. Bonne chance.
Yeah, so that was it. Boss fight again, this time against a armored centaur monsters, lacking better word describing them. And becoming petrified, can still be stopped. Alright, what? Oh yeah, now I figured it out. I have to anger them. Alright, I have to anger them, shoot them to the face, so that and make them drop them shield. Not like that, not like that. And I was tackled and crushed to the wall. Yeah, it's a kind of hectic boss fight because there's two of them running straight towards you. Now that was hit, and take it off. Come on, get off. All right. No, that worked. No, both of them been unshielded. So I can now just Alright. Okay. Okay, what is it? Why am I can't get that? Okay. Okay, what's the problem? Why the beam reflect doesn't work on them? Oh, now it did work. Now I got one, and with one left, it is gonna be much easier to kill them, rest of them. And Pierre is no more.
the power of the Scion. In betraying your fellow kings, you have broken the sacred triumvirate of Atlantis. You have maimed Qualopec, your own brother.
I am still here, wretch. Tihocan has ended your treachery. But it is my face you will see in your nightmares.
What have you to say for yourself?
So, the basic plot is that there was some sort of 3 kings at Atlantis, and one of them decided to turn against other 2, and that has broken the Scion for 3 pieces. So, but that ended this, that's level right there. See ya next time. See ya.